Wait, where the gay niggas at?
Welcome, everybody, to beautiful Miami and Hard Rock Stadium, site of this year's Capital One Orange Bowl, part, of course, of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before that national championship game. And today we're going to find out who's got the toughness and the depth to continue their drive and keep championship dreams alive. As we'll see the third seed in this playoff, the Maryland Terrapins, taking on the number 2 seed in the playoff, the Vanderbilt Commodores. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. It's been a tremendous college football playoff so far, and it's down to this, the semifinals. Which team will head on to the national championship game? Kickoff team out there. We are about to get cranked up for the semifinal collision. Turner looking to make a play here. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. Getting set up. It's a first down play. They'll run it to the right side. And they'll tackle him about the 23-yard line.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
They'll try to keep the opening drive going here. It's third down and 2. Can they pick up the first on the ground? Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Boy, the defense misses out on an opportunity to get off of the field. They got the offense to third down, and they just weren't able to prevent them from converting.
And the Commodores lining up here on 1st and 10. They'll switch it up, looking to throw. Looks toward the sideline, finds the running back. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
Boy, the defense does such a good job of taking any threat downfield away. All you can do is throw it to his back, and loss of yards, now you're behind the sticks.
Second down after that previous play. An inside give now from the shotgun. Not much on that play. Brought down short.
Tackle is made at the 30. Brings up third down.
Tough spot. The offense has to convert a 3rd and long from the 30 to get this drive going. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Oh, and he almost picked it off. Nearly a turnover here on the opening drive. It's going to bring up fourth down. Commodores will bring their punt team onto the field. See if he can make a play on this return. Turner brought down. Sets up the next drive. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Runs through the defender. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 36.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time, and now third down coming up.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
On third down, he drops to throw. Looking for the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. What a play.
That offensive coordinator is going to have some choice words for his quarterback over the phone on the sideline after that throw. You have to be more careful with the football.
Vanderbilt's offense heads back out onto the field now. The last time they were forced to punt it away. Can they get points out of this possession? He's going to hand this off. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
First down, looking to throw the ball. No connection there. The pass is incomplete. Second down play coming up for this offense. It's a draw play.
The draw is a good way to keep the defensive line in check and use their aggressiveness against them. It can be real effective, even in passing situations, if you mix it in correctly.
Offense sets the formation. It's third down. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Takes the football inside the 30, and that's a first down. Player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. And the Commodores pick up enough yardage to get a fresh set of downs. And looking to throw now on first down. He finds the running back in the flat. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Second down play coming up. And the quarterback dropping back. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
So here we go now. Third and short from the opponent's 24-yard line. What will the offense choose to do at this point? Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
I love this unconventional call by the offensive coordinator. Third and medium, a lot of times you're thinking about throwing the football, but instead they're able to run the ball with great execution, and they pick up the first down.
The Commodores with 1st and 10 here. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Here's a screen pass to the running back. Tackled after the catch, but the ball moves to the 4-yard line.
And the defense is getting pressure on the quarterback. They got a little bit fooled here by the screen play. Nice positive gain for the offense.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Vanderbilt.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back, but the continuity of this offensive line was on display, and that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
And the PAT makes it 7-0 to open scoring. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. He'll return it from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Here comes the Maryland offense back on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. Keeping it on the ground here. Gets some space around the 30. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. Keeps the confidence of your offensive line up. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Second down after that run on the previous play. You snap it, quarterback looking to throw the ball. They bring the heat and the blitz works. They've got him.
Boy, this offensive line is so caught up in making sure that they're accounting for the defensive line. Nobody sees the inside linebacker. He comes home on the blitz and gets the sack.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. At the 20. At the 10 now. And he scores. Touchdown, Terrapins.
That kind of play is almost impossible to defend. When the quarterback is throwing the ball with that kind of accuracy and timing, and the receiver runs a route like this, good luck trying to stop it. So maybe this is a great start for this combination, this quarterback and receiver, for a big day.
And they'll set up now for the extra point try. And he knocks it right through. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And the kickoff will be returned. Returner tackled right there. That's where they'll start the drive.
And your Vanderbilt Commodores will take over 1st and 10.
So here comes the Commodores offense back on the field. Trying to build on a beautiful, balanced touchdown drive last time they had it. It's a shotgun run call. The pickup is 5 yards, so it's 2nd down and 5.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Here's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Touchdown, Terrapins. Wow, what a play, a defensive score. And the interception taken to the house, a pick-6 potential game-changing play there.
Man, nothing gets a defense, and especially a defensive coordinator, more fired up than a pick-6. And let's not forget, give credit to some of those other defenders for making some key blocks to spring that touchdown loose.
And the extra point is missed. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. He's got some daylight, turning on the speed. Gets some blocks. Can they catch him? They can't catch him. Touchdown. A kick return for a touchdown in a playoff game. This stadium has come alive.
How badly does this guy and this unit want to get to the national championship? This is huge and a game-changing moment that I think we may be looking back at as a turning point in the game. Great blocks and great speed there for the touchdown.
14, Maryland, 13.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field.
Number 63, set to kick off.
He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback. They'll start at the 25. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down, 2nd and 1.
You know, the good thing about this play is it's not an explosive play, but it really gives you a chance now to be able to pick up a first down here on this next play.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Running back grabs it on the screen. And they're finally able to stop him, but great execution on the screen pass. Fooled the defense there.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. On the run, going to heave it downfield. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
That ball just seemed to sail on him. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
Incompletion sets up a 2nd down. Ball handed off. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball to a +40.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
They'll try the ground game here with the running back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. So the counter play doesn't work. The defense in good position that time to make a play.
Yeah, on most of these counters, you leave the in-man in the line of scrimmage unblocked, and you try to pull those offensive linemen and kick him out. But if you have an aggressive defense, sometimes that can backfire, and the defense knew exactly what was coming there.
Looking to pass here on second down. Ball is free in the backfield. Looks like the offense able to recover it there.
Well, just like running backs, quarterbacks have got to do a better job of having awareness and taking care of the football. I felt like he got the ball away from his body there a little bit, allowing it to be knocked free. He caught a break because one of his own teammates was able to see that and get on top of the ball.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up fourth down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points, but they could have more. They've got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
The Terrapins will come to the line on 4th down, hoping to keep this drive going. Now the offense will spend a timeout here, wanting to come up with a perfect call on this important play coming up. And the Terrapins will have to punt this one away. They'll kick it away here. And the kick bounces and goes out of bounds down near the goal line. Outstanding work by the punter. So the Vanderbilt offense heads back out onto the field. And now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. All right, so it's 1st and 10 from their own 1-yard line. A dangerous place on the field. Are they going to run the ball to get some breathing room or be more aggressive? And the single back takes the handoff. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
With the defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Offense operating from the pistol. Handoff running right. Breaks loose at the 15. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Chris, everybody in the stadium, including this defense, knew they were going to run the football just to get it away from the shadow of their own goal line. What's amazing is they were able to pop a big run like that. And if you're the defensive coordinator, it's got to be one of the most frustrating things. But let's give credit to the offense. They blocked it well and made it happen.
They finally get him down, but a solid gain in that screen pass. Good call there.
Well, this is great execution here on this screen play to the running back to pick up big yards and a first down. And I think in the process, Chris, they send a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on you.
And the Commodores getting set on 1st and 10.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Big pass. Here comes a jet sweep. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense, almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
Now it's 2nd down here. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side and tackled there by the defense.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
So now it's 3rd and short from the 43. Can they keep the drive going or perhaps face a tough 4th down decision? Breaking free at the 35. And a big gain down near the 29. They're threatening. Well, they trust the running game on third down there and come up with a huge chunk play.
Chris, to me, it looked like the defense was just selling out to try to come up with a stop on third down. And once the back got the yards he needed, he looked a little bit surprised. He was still on his feet and looked around and saw that he had room to run and picked up some big yards.
Big chunk play. This offense operating at peak efficiency. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. And that run produces a decent gain.
It's not a huge game here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the fourth quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
We've reached the 2-minute warning. We'll have to see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Here's the second down play. Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Yeah, you know this defense has got to be frustrated after giving them multiple conversions now on first downs. There's another one. But for the offense, man, they're just playing very efficiently right now.
The Commodores are in the red zone now. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And it's incomplete, targeting a man right near the goal line. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. And looks like the quarterback's going to run it.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
So here we go, 3rd down in the red zone, the kind of play that decides football games. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's 4th down.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. So it's 4th down and 2. They could make a first down without scoring. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Commodores. That kind of execution on a long drive, that's why this team made it to the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with the pass, picking up first downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do, and they made it look easy.
Coach makes the decision to go for a 2-point conversion. And the wideout goes in motion. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Receiver makes the grab. And he'll be stopped short by the defense, so it's still a 1-score game. The lead is 7. So the offense gets momentum, scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. Return starts from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Maryland offense is back out on the field now. Backed up this close to the end zone in the final minute. Let's say they just decide to take care of the football and look toward the second half. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Crosses the 30. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. At the 20. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Terrapins. No chance to catch him. This college football playoff game is all tied up. The curtain's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
And the point after is good. With that extra point, we're all tied up now in the second quarter. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime of the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. Fields it just outside the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there.
And your Vanderbilt Commodores will take over 1st and 10.
So here comes the Vandy offense back on the field now. The last possession was just old school power football. Let's see if they can keep that going here. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Kind of a fine line here, Chris, for me when it comes to throwing a screen pass. You don't want to throw it too early, obviously, and the defense reacts quickly and can sniff it out. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late and potentially get sacked. You got to make sure it hits just right for this play to work.
And throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brought way downfield for a huge gain. They bring him down, but not before an explosive play through this offense through the air. The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here. The offense really clicking against this embattled defense. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to tack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. It's a short game, but look at that defense swarm to the football. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. I wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
This try is no good. So in the second quarter of play, this game remains tied.
Well, that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. And now you can see he's hanging his head. Poor kicker.
So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
Out of bounds. At the 42. 2nd down coming up.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Offense looking to throw the ball. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. He'll step out of bounds. Defense keeps that to a very short gain.
Defense does a great job of taking everything away downfield. This quarterback wanted to take a shot, but nothing is there. The only problem is they didn't account for him taking off and running, so he picks up the 1st down.
They finally make the stop after a big gain, but that'll wrap up the first half of play. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Commodores will kick it off to begin the second half. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. comes the Maryland offense back on the field. They get the second half started with the running play. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
First down and 10 now. And he's got it again. That one moves the ball across the 40.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Second down after that run on the previous play. A pop pass on the jet sweep. He shreds the tackle. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces a defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards, didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
That's a first down for the offense.
The Terrapins look to keep this drive moving. Looking to throw it on first down. Looking to set up a screen pass here. They're finally able to stop him, but the defense is fooled a bit on that screen play. It's a solid gain for a first down.
Boy, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
Handoff in a single back formation. They bring him down to the 27. This offense really threatening now.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
And the Terrapins come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. And in first down, they go right back to him. Tackle made after just a short gain.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards. Well within field goal range now, but they're hoping for more as they line up here on third down. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
They'll pass from the field goal attempt. The offense on the field going for it on fourth down. They're going to run the option. The back's got it on the pitch. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
I can't believe the call here by this offense. A lot of teams, they're not going to keep it on the ground in this situation. 4th and 1, 4th and inches is one thing. But they needed more than that here. And they line up and hit this defense right in the mouth and pick up a first down. Give a lot of credit to the big boys up front for making that happen. You talk about a confidence booster going forward.
So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense. Offense facing a third down now. They can still get a first down without scoring. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards. Quarterback lost track of the play clock, and that'll cost the offense 5. Coach electing to go for a field goal attempt. The kick is good. Offense collects 3 points on the drive. That puts them back on top.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. This should be the last play of the quarter. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Receiver makes the catch. They bring him down quickly. A short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Maryland 23, Vanderbilt 20.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. The shotgun running play call. Finds room at the 30. Stop out at the 39, but good enough for a first down. Well, finally some room to run for this back. The defense had done a good job of containing him until that play.
Well, they've done a really good job up to this point, Chris, of containing him. He finally does get out, but I think it's an example of why you don't give up on the running game. Even when you're not necessarily coming up with big carries, you're just kind of body blowing this defense, and eventually, bang, you're able to hit a big one here when it really matters.
Solid gain, moves the ball to the 43.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Quarterback drops back. Throws it to the right. Finds a man downfield. It's a big gain to the right. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays, but the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
Handoff here from the shotgun. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Important second down play coming up. And the same runner's got it again. And the tackle is made, but let's check out what this flag is about. Offense will have to overcome the holding penalty now.
Ready
Getting set. Here's second down.
325.
And he drops back in the gun. Catch made on the left side. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Ready, ready.
Can they keep this drive going? Try to convert on third down now.
Bring go.
Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. And it's incomplete, but here comes the flag. So hold on, let's check that out. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course.
Okay.
Commodores look to keep this drive moving.
Listen. 29 Philly. 2.
He'll hand it off. Just trucks the man. Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. But I love to see that offensive line win the battle at the line of scrimmage.
Second down after that run on the previous play.
Get set.
Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. He's moving out of the pocket. Didn't see anybody open, just throws it away. And that's now going to bring up third down.
Man, I like this play. And not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
They could use some yards here on third down. A field goal try would be from 54. Try and muscle for the first down. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Things just appeared to be a bit out of sync from the get-go on that one. Give credit to the front seven of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
Got it.
Down 1 possession in the fourth quarter, and the offense is going to try to convert here on fourth down. From the gun, he looks for an open man. The fourth down completion to the running back. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
That's a pretty good job here by the defense, really, on this fourth down. They took away all his intended receivers. He just checks that down as a last-ditch effort. Give credit to the back for picking up that first down.
Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Big pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Powering through. Did well to avoid a loss there, but it's no gain on the play. And the Commodores hustle to the line to run the hurry-up. They'll run it here. Got space looking for the end zone here. Touchdown, Vanderbilt. They jump in front here in the fourth.
Boy, just a great job here by the offensive line and the running back to be able to get this ball into the end zone late in the game like this, now in the fourth quarter, to give them the lead.
Automatic in the PAT. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Returner decides to field it. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. The middle of offense is back out on the field now. The last possession, they had to settle for a chip shot field goal. Can they find the end zone this time out? A pop pass on the jet sweep. Solid run, moves the ball out across the 20 to the 21. Second down after that run on the previous play.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Talking about quickness, that play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's fourth down.
Gain of 3. Brings up 4th down.
The Terrapins will come to the line on 4th down, looking to convert. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. Oh, and it's incomplete. It's a turnover on downs. Crucial moment late in this game.
I think they're going to end up regretting going for this one, Chris. I wouldn't have gone for it. What's wrong with punting it away? But again, I get being aggressive, but you got to be smart on when to go for it and when to punt.
They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Hey, whether it's been on the inside or bouncing things to the outside, this guy has shown you everything that he has to offer and a big part of the reason why they're enjoying this nice lead.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Hand off to the back. They'll keep the clock moving. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Coming to the line on second down, this is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. There's the handoff. And they'll stop him after a short gain. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Here we go, 3rd down, close to the goal line. They can still get a first down without scoring. And the single back takes the handoff. And they stop him just short. The defense really backed up now. It's 1st and goal. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. 1st and goal. A late touchdown here would just about secure the victory. Oh, looks like the defense jumped offside there. If that's the case, this will be a first down. The defensive penalty is declined. Offense very happy to take the result of that play. The Commodores come to the line with 1st and goal. All right, it's 2nd down and goal now for this offense. And he'll set up to throw. The pass rush closing in. Can't get it away. The defense has got him. What a huge stop at this stage of the game.
Well, the quarterback makes a mistake here. That's football 101. Once you get outside of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation and not take the sack, especially in the 4th quarter.
On 3rd and goal, they'll try to run it in. He's swarmed by the defense.
The offense has a big play here, but they really put themselves in a hole on 1st and 2nd down. That's why they've needed to try to play catch-up. They get some great yards there on 3rd down, but it's still 4th down. Can they pick up the 1st?
Well, that's a great performance in a pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play, and to be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship, that says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically, and they get one more hurdle to see if they can become the national champs.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation.